Okay, hello class. So I want to tell you a little bit about our book and our class format. So this is our book, Optimization and Operations Research by Ron Largan. But key thing, it's a second edition. But that's 2016 or 2017, so there's still many used copies floating around. Grab one of those. This book is excellent. I love it. It's won a lot of awards. Other people love it. Students love it. I think you will by the end of the semester too. It's a very conceptual approach and intuitive approach to optimization. Still has all the algorithms, we're gonna do all that, but it also has the visualization and the why behind it. Okay. This class, this is actually the first time I've ever run it in this format. Usually we're in our traditional in-person, but we've had a couple people this semester that we're trying to accommodate and work around. And so we're going to do it in this, what's called a hybrid format. So it's mostly asynchronous. So most of the time you're going to be watching videos and learning on your own, submitting homework, both individually and with a team. And then sometimes there will be a handful of scheduled meetings during our synchronous meetings during our scheduled class time, which is Monday, Wednesday, 4 to 5:15. So during our usual scheduled class time for the semester that we're in, you look up 4:51, 5:51, but instead of going to a classroom, you're going to do this virtually. So we will meet through Zoom on those times. They'll be announced well in advance. And we'll use those times as workshops or sort of a flipped classroom experience, or team presentations we'll be doing, and exams. So there will be 2 in-class exams plus the final exam, which is during our normal final week during the scheduled time. And okay, so then in this book, we're going to go chapter by chapter, section by section. And the first few chapters are pretty quick. They're going to go quickly. And then we'll slow down a little bit on chapters 3, 4, and 5. They're a bit meatier, a lot more to do, more applications. But at the end of every section, like I might lecture on section 3.1. And then at the end of it, I'll always write suggested homework problems. And what that means, suggested, is those are a good idea to go through most of those, all those, as much as you have time for. And what will be taken during your individual quizzes, which you'll do asynchronously on OAKS, will be directly from, I'll just randomly choose a few of those suggested homework problems from 3.1 for the 3.1 quiz. And you'll have, that's a time quiz. And so you'll have, it's open notebook, open textbook for the quiz. And so you've already worked the problem, that's great. If you didn't, it was one of the few maybe you didn't look at, you'll have some time, but you're not gonna have a whole lot of time to teach yourself anything. And then you must submit your work, any of your work. So again, you could take a picture of something you've already done with your notebook. We're working a few of those live, and you will upload that as one PDF file in the Dropbox associated with that quiz. So that's how our quizzes are going to work. No surprises about that, right? So it's straightforward. If you're a good, diligent student, you will be rewarded for that. And we need to get our computation. So the books at the problems at the end are of every section are mostly calculation based. So you'll use an algorithm or be in one step of an algorithm to do this. But the neat thing about the problems and why this book, another reason why this book has won so many awards, is that the author worked really hard to find, he actually pulled these straight from real problems from industry or from research publications or literature. So these are not canned, contrived problems, they're actual ones that he's pulled. Okay, and then we will have these exams, which are individual exams during and those will be proctored during Zoom, during our scheduled class time. But a big part of the class, and I think what is fun for students and where they say they learn the most, is team projects. And so we'll have 1 to 2 of those, a few of those every module or every chapter. There's going to be some key team projects as you're going to work together. And you'll have to write on a document your contribution associated with that. There will also be a final presentation. We'll work on a couple of research problems, research papers, and then as a team, you'll present about those. All the way at the end of the semester, you'll be amazed at how far you've come and how much you learn when you present those. And then the final exam. And I also wanted to comment that 451 versus 551. So 451 is our advanced undergraduate students. This is a cross-listed class. We are working together with the 451, 551. So some of the teams will have some of both types of students, and that's absolutely fine. I think it's helpful for both the BS and the MS students to be working together. And the difference, though, in terms of what is expected, the 451 students get a bit of a choice on some problems on the exams, both the in-class and the final exams. There'll be questions that say these are optional and bonus if you want to do them as a 451 student. And there'll be a couple homeworks that are also optional and bonus for 451 students. But 551s, you guys got to do everything here at the graduate level. Okay, the next thing I wanted to say was in the format of this class, I'm intending to do very, very similar to what we would do if we were in an in-person traditional or virtual class synchronously. And how I intend to accomplish that is through the group projects, which we would normally do. I would, in traditional semester a couple of years ago, I would meet with, pre-pandemic, we'd meet with the students in the class, and there might be a day where I just gave a handout to each team and said, okay, start to work on this in class. It's due, work with your team. You probably won't finish it in this allotted time, continue with their team, and it's due next week. I'm here to help during class. So we have these sort of workshop or flip classroom times. So we did that often. We'll do the same thing, just virtually. You're going to meet with your team and get that through OAKS, that assignment through OAKS. I'm here to help. We can have office hours. But I think the main thing is to leverage on your teammates. That's how you learn and learn best. And you also get to learn how different people think, which is always fun. The other way I've learned to accomplish this same feel is during the video lectures. There'll be often times where if we were in person, I would pause and ask a question and wait for answer. And so we'll do the same thing in video lectures, and you might say pause this and actually think about it on your own, or you could do those video lectures with your teammates. You can call a teammate, text the teammate and be like, hey, I'm going to actually work on these at 7 o'clock at night. Do you want to do it at the same time? We can text back and forth when we watch these and pause together and just discuss those. That's a great way to do it. You can do it with yourself, like your imaginary friend, to ask these questions, discuss them. And then the third way in which I think I found quite a bit of success in sort of mimicking or simulating the synchronous experience in asynchronous format is that I will be the one person that's like the go-between, bringing information from individual teams. So individual teams, you might have a write-up, you might do a video progress report, a little 5-minute Zoom, you might email me questions. In your homework, you might put notes, ideas, questions, comments, thoughts, ideas. Those things I will take and have weekly updates. So when you go into OAKS, there'll also be a video that's a weekly update that from me saying, hey, this is what we're expecting this week. And last week, hey, nice job. I'll have shout outs to people that did a great job on the homework, or hey, the team of A, B, and C, y'all did awesome. Here was one of their neat ideas. I've never seen this before. So I will be the go-between or the exchange of ideas from individuals and teams in the class. So I'm going to assume that anything you're putting in your homework is you're willing to share with your classmates as you would if we were in a live class. And I found, again, that students really enjoy that and get great benefit from it. So check those out. Be on the lookout for the weekly updates. All right, I think that's it for the format and the book. Email me any questions you have. And again, you're going to love this and we're going to have a great time. It's a really fun class. Super useful and visual.